Hello, welcome to Ekidel. Today, I will be showing you how to model a basement correctly on this new version of Protastructure 2.6. Now, knowing that before this time on other versions, we used to model our basement directly on story 1. That's because there was no option for us to model our basement on story 0 or below the ground level. But on this new version, you can see that we now have on the tab under basement, under story 0, we now have a sub basement wall. Now you can now see that we can now model a basement wall below the grade level, that's below story 0, which is how it's meant to be at site during construction. Basements are always below the ground level. So on this new software, 2026 version of what? Protastructure, we can now be able to replicate what we have at site also during design. That is one of the things that is amazing on this new version. So this is a live project we are currently working on for a client, which we have almost done with the design and drawing and no, the design, about to proceed to the drawing stage before the client had to say that he need to add a basement around the conference hall alone, around the conference room alone, for him to have executive meetings with his clients. Okay, that is fine. So because of that, we now suspended the drawings that we are already currently doing, because you can see that we have already exported these drawings out and we have transported it to begin the structural detailing properly, because we are meant to issue this one by the end of this August. But you can see that we have also already started doing the slab detailing already before we receive the call that there need to be a basement, okay, a basement below this conference room here. And that is why we have now started modeling, or which I'll be showing you, or using this to show you how to now model a basement, because we used the latest version to perform this particular basement. You can see that we have already added all our staircase, done our design and everything before the changes came. Now this building is actually an office building, although it has a conference hall. Okay, so I would like to sit tight and then watch how we will be able to model this, knowing that you can see that this basement is going below the grade level, while other structure, other area of this structure is on a different level. That's plus 100. Okay, plus 1000. Okay, that's fine. So why this is going minus 3.4 meters? Okay, that's fine. So with this, we will then move into on how to perform, how to model a basement on the new version of what Product 2026. And not only that, on our next video, we are currently designing for the same client a 10-story building. Although this was the building we did for him years ago, but they were not able to build it before because of some kind of issues at the land and all that. But they have been able to resolve the issue, so he called us back for us to begin with that too. So, but we are going to begin with this back once we finish up this other 4-story building I just showed you guys now, and then we then move on to this one. Now you can see that we have already opened this one and started doing what, running back the design, because there was changes that was made. So we have almost just to check back everything that's happening here. Let me just show you guys the actual view of this. Yeah. Although I really don't have time to model this back on 2026, because we used 2021 to like do it before. So although if we have that time, we can model this structure just for the sake of for everyone to know. Okay, that's fine. How to do this? So you can now see you can see this here. Correct. This is the 10-story building we are currently designing for. Correct. And then we will then move into the detailing, but this will be issued to the client by September second week. Okay, that's fine. So with this, now let's now move on to what we have for today, which is what to model a basement on 2026 version of what Protastructure. Now if you have not gotten this version, You can choose to upgrade or continue using the other one. It's still okay, it's not bad. So right now let's now move on to what we have for today, which is what to model a basement. That is fine. Hello, in this video I'll be showing you how to model a basement on the software Prota 2026 version. Now, how we model basement before on other lower versions of this software Protastructure is different from how we model basement on this new version 2026. That's because this new version gives the right way that we model basement, which normally a basement is meant to be at the lower ground level. But on the other versions, you can see that we model our basement on the first floor level, that's on the story one, and then now add soil load on that same place. But on this new version, you'll be able to the model the basement below the ground level, that's on the story zero, which you cannot be able to do before. Okay, that's fine. Now this is a real project which we are working on currently, and we have already done the design and also model for the staircase. As you can see there, we have modeled for the staircase and done all our designs and everything before the client now asked for us to add a basement around the conference area on the ground floor. So that we move to this place now. Now you can see the drawing we are currently. This is the CAD file, and is basically a three-story building. You can see different Then the client now requested that we should add a basement around below this conference area, just around the conference region. And this region you are seeing here, if we go back to our design, our model, this region is around this place. So we are going to add basement below this place here, around this partition you're seeing here. So let's now go to the ground floor to add a basement. Now before we start, my name is Justice Onwaka and I welcome you to Ekidel. So if you're new in Ekidel, please consider subscribing, and if you're an old subscriber, consider joining the one-on-one Ekidel mentorship training. Okay, that's fine, which runs for 6 weeks duration, and the price is $350. That's fine. So right now we are now going to model for the basement on this story zero. Now you can see that on this story zero we already have beams and slab. Now these beams and slab are not foundation beam like raft. No, this is not a raft beam, this is a DPC beam, because on this new version of Prota 2026 you can be able to model a DPC beam, which you can see me do here. So this is a DPC beam and this is a DPC slab. It is called a sub basement slab and a sub basement beam, but it is used to model for DPC beam and DPC slab. Okay, which in another version we used to use tricks to do that. Okay, that's fine. So now we are now going to model for the basement. So to model a basement on this new version of 2026, once you come to the story zero, automatically you will see that you have a new icon called sub basement wall. Okay, sub basement wall. Before this time, you don't have any wall icon as to model on the foundation that's on the story zero. But if you go out from story zero, you'll be able to see it. Okay, but in this new version now, we now have sub basement wall and pedestal, and then for beam we have sub basement beam, which I used to model for my DPC beam. Had it been it was a raft slab, I would have used this one that says foundation beam. Okay, that's fine. So right now, to now model my basement, right, my basement, this region here is the conference area. That is, I'll use a grid now to select it. This grid, this grid, this grid, and this grid. This is the place binding the conference area. So below this place we are going to have a reinforced concrete wall on this place. Now I already have my DPC beam. What do? I'll just have to do what? Hide these beams and the slab here first, because this slab is on the ground level, which is for the DPC, and our wall and our basement wall will start from story zero and go below. I'm not coming above. And then what I'll do now is to hide. So I'll click on each of these beams right now, hold my control key, and then hide each of them, both the slabs around the place where we want to insert our basement. So I want to hide this. The reason why I'm hiding it is for me to have a clearer view of what I am to do. Else, I can still model it why these things are still here, but I want you guys to see, to have a clearer view of where we want to insert our basement. That's fine. So I'll come now. Once I'm done selecting everything like this, I'll then come, click here, then come now, right click here, and then click on what? Hide selected, which is here. Okay, I'll click on this hide here. So with this now, we will have a clearer view around where we want to place our basements. Okay, that is fine. So this one is coming from the card file. You can see the trace here. So with this now, this is the place where I want to insert our basement, this grid, and then this grid here around this perimeter, this square, this rectangular here. So right now I will then come to my modeling tab and then click on this place here that says sub basement wall. Okay, that's fine. Then I will wait on for that to display the property here. Then on this now, I will then come now and then type in my wall thickness based on standard, right? I'll start with this is a foundation basement wall, so I'll leave it as 250. Else I would have started with 225 or 230, but I'll use 250 because it is a basement wall and it's going to carry soil load. So with that now, I'll then come here. I'll maintain this place to be 112.5 and 112.5, and then I don't want to set anything here around the geometry because I don't want anything to happen here. And then I'll come here. Okay, I will also come here too now. Rebar, nothing is happening here and until you have done design first. So I'll then come as it is like this and then come here and I'll click on this. I want to insert the basement wall based on column to column. So I'll do that right now. Yes, you can see that we have already run design for this structure because the client just made a change of mind joined, although we have to also bill him for that. So I'll just say yes, cancel, because we've already run design for the foundation. Just about to start the foundation before now we receive the call that there will be a change or he want to add a basement. Okay, that's fine. So let me click that now. That's on. So we then have our first wall, as you can see it here. You can see our first wall here. Then we then continue again, come here to click here again to add a wall here, and then wait for it to insert and then continue again. So we are going to bind the perimeter of the basement with a reinforced concrete wall, which is the basement wall. I'll then come again now and then click on this place here, click here, click on this place, and then come over here and click here. Okay, that's fine. Then I will then come again when that is still done. It's still inserting. Okay, that is done inserting. I'll then come again now and then click on this place here, click on this place, and then insert the next one here. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. Okay, that's not the axis. I'll just click on OK. I think I made a wrong axis point of insertion, so I'll just undo that. Let me see that right now. Okay, that's fine. So I'll then come again, click on this place now, and then that takes us to this is where the basement stops here, not this side here on this column. So I'll come again and click here now, and then now move forward. Now move to my, that's upward, yeah, correct, to my left hand side. I'll then come again now and make sure I click here. I click on this place now, click here, and then so let me just show you how it looks like on the 3D model. Okay, that's fine. Once I insert this, I'll show you that just now. So I'll come now, once this inserts, I'll then show you that on the 3D view model. So if we now go now and check on the 3D model here for us to see how the basement wall appears, let's see right now. So right now you can now see how the 3D model looks like. Now something very technical is happening here, which I will tell you, which I will show you just now. But first, we have not yet done modeling our basement, but you can see the wall for the basement here, which you're going to apply the soil load later. But right now, something technical is happening here. And what is that? This basement is only within this place alone. And this basement depth, the height of the basement is 3.4 meters. And what does that mean? That means that only this place alone is to be 3.4 meters, and why the rest place here becomes the normal ground floor, which is the farm. So this place for the basement is going to go downward. It's going to go downward by 2 point. Currently, right now, this is 1.1 meter. So this is going down by 2.3 2.3 meters. Yes, this is going down by 2.3 meters. All right, why this one here remains the same, and what, how we going to achieve that? We are going to achieve that by creating a support level, because these other columns around all this side here remains, around this whole area here remains the same. Okay, only the basement floor that we're going to go down by 2.3 meters down to the ground from the ground level. That's from the story zero down. So with that, now we are then going to create a support level. And how do we create a support level? We create a support level by we coming to modeling. Let me see. No, no, here. Beneath it out. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, correct. Okay, so okay, no, not here. It has been moved to the modeling tab, and under this place you can find it under tools. Yeah, tools, these tools here. You now see the support types. So I'll then click on this place now to create a new support. I'll then come and do alt add here, and then come here and click basement, just a basement, basement, can choose small letter, basement, that's fine, basement support. Yeah, that's fine. I then come and do what, say okay, still on fix, that's fine. And I'll come here and then do what, click on what, okay, that's fine. So on this now, we will now have to again do what, go and now define for the height of that basement support level, or the height of that basement. Okay, which already know that is what is 3.4 meters. Okay, that's fine. So with that now, I'll have to come to this place first, because right now you can see that what we have on this ground floor, or on this basement side, is not fully a total basement on the entire structure. All what we have is just a small portion of the entire building, that is 1/3, not even 1/3, more than, less than 1/3 of the building is just what we're using for basement. So with that, we are not going to model or assign it as a rigid. Okay, so with that, I'll have to come back to my setout here, and then let us change this thing first, which I said here, edit here, and then come back here and then change this from number of rigid basements. You can see that here has changed to basement, which is the entire ground floor, which is what we don't want. So I'll say 0 and then say okay. So I'll leave it there now. I can see that there's changed to what, back to normal story type. Okay, that's fine. So make sure you check that, else that will also affect your design. So I will then say okay for that to change. Then we now have to do what, now increase the add the height of the basement, so that only the basement side will increase in height, and then the other side will just remain as it is, because that side is at directly at story 0, right, directly on the at the grade level. Then why the basement is going below the grade level. Okay, that's fine. So with that now, I'll then come and do what, add that up. So with that now, you can see how the basement wall is very small, and from the client, the depth of the basement, or the headroom of the basement, is 3.4 meters. And currently we already have this, from this column bottom here, which is the foundation level, to the top of the DPC slab is 1.1 meters. So with that now, knowing that our basement wall is meant to be what, is meant to be 3.4 headroom, 3.4 minus 1.1, that gives us what? That gives us 2.3. So right now we are going to increase or add the headroom for this basement, which is 2.3 plus 1.1, that gives us what? 3.3, 3.4. So I'll come now, right click now, and then say properties. Then come now to this place here under geometry, and then put into this place button minus. We have minus because we want to go down, else it to go up. Minus 2,300, and then come again here, minus 2,300. That's fine. And then come here, and then come here. You can see here support type, and then come here and don't choose default any longer, choose basement support that we have already set now, and then come here and do what updates. So with that now, you see that this wall now will just update right now. Correct, that's fine. So you can see how our wall is now being updated. That's fine. So now do the same thing now for all other basement wall, and then also complete other ones you have not done, which is this area. That's fine. So we'll do for this one too right now. Come here and click here. So you can see how 2026 is different. You can see that we are modeling on our story 0. On the story 0, not on the other on story 0. That is fine. So we then come again right now and then click here and then insert, sorry, at the bottom here, minus 2,300. Let me just do copy, Ctrl C, then come again right now, come here, this, then make sure you choose support type, else what you did is rubbish. So I'll come again right now and then click on, because if you don't choose start support type, you are still saying that the foundation is at story, is at the is at the 1.1 gram level, but your walls are already down, are already minus 2.3 below the grade level, which doesn't make sense. So make sure you choose this support there. Okay, that's fine. Then come again, you see again, right click here and then properties. Okay, that's fine. And again, come to geometry here, change this, paste that again here, paste that, and then come and click on what? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So we then go again right now and then cancel this here. That's fine. So we have now, you can now see how our basement is starting from the grade level. This is the ground level. Can you see that? This point here is the ground level. So anything below here is below the ground level, while everything above here is above the ground level. So this is a DPC slab. Okay, that's fine. So with this now, let's now also do the same thing for the other ones too here, and then click here, right click here, properties. Now if you're new on Ekidel, please consider subscribing, and also if you want to upgrade your own version of Protastructure, you can get from the software directly, from the software site directly, or you can use our shared license, which you can get from okay, let me just put that right now, and then come here, Control A, no, Control V, then come again here, Control V. That's fine. So I'll come again right now. Make sure you choose this. Make sure you choose that. Then say okay, because right now we need to issue this work this week to the client. You can see that we have already started performing the slab detailing. Let me just show you that right now. Before there was a change, you can see that already started doing the slab detailing already, which is here. Yeah, you can see that we have already exported all the drawings. You can see it here already. You already exported you have already done the exports for the GA from the Protastructure, and also the beams for the ground floor, first floor, and all that. And this is where we are doing the detailing here. Yeah, correct. You can see the slab detailing here is already started already. Yeah, you can see it already. So, but before we had that, we are meant to make a change. Okay, that's fine. So you can see we have already started the drawings already before the change came. But we will still issue this drawing this week. That's by Friday. That's what we give the client. So with this now, back to our stuff here. So we then come back here right now and then click on this place here. Right click here, properties, and also change this one too. That is fine. And then click on property here, and then come here, here, and then paste the height, paste the headroom, which is height also. Come here, choose this, update. That's fine. So you can ask this will also drop down. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Then come here and then close, cancel. then rotate like this again right now, and then drop these two. So this is the conference area we are just putting the basement. That's fine. And then come here, that's fine. Come here, paste, come here, paste, and then make sure you choose this. Don't forget that. Come here and update. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. To drop now, drop, 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 drop. That's fine. Okay, then we'll then go right now this place and then click on the once it's done, close or cancel anyone. It's okay. So with this now, we'll now go back to our plan view to complete what we are doing, because we have not yet added all the walls around the basement perimeter. Okay, so with this, I'll then click on this wall again. Right click here, properties of that wall. Yes, and then come here, click on this, and then click on this here. That's fine. Okay, and again now we then come again, click on this here at the point of where they're meeting, intersection here. Then come again, we are having one here. Okay, that's fine. We put that too. And again, we also have a wall running from here to all the way down. I want to stop it here. I don't want to have this. Sorry, that's a mistake. So I'll just come and do OK here and OK again. That point when you're putting that your beam, make sure you choose the point rightly or correctly. Okay, that's fine. So I can come and choose from here, point here, and then insert this. That's fine. Okay, we have that now. So we then come again now, and then make sure you choose it correctly, and then come here and then insert this here. So with this now, we have successfully um, added our basement perimeter reinforced wall. Okay, the next thing now is to now load the basement wall. Okay, that is the next thing we're going to do right now, is to load the basement wall. So to do that right now, let me see right. Let's see what we have achieved just now. Let's see if we have added all the basement around the perimeter. That's fine. So this is what we have achieved just now. Let's now go and look at the 3D view of what we have done. So on this now 3D view here, you cannot see our basement here. Okay, all our basement are also dropping down. Why these ones are now these columns here? Correct. That is fine. Now since the walls are dropping, these columns around the basement will also drop. Correct. Make sure you don't forget that the columns around the basement will also drop. So this column here will drop, this column here will drop to the basement level or support level here too, because here they are all hanging at 1 point something meters grade level. So also this will drop, this will also drop, and this will also drop. So make sure you don't make any mistake while you're doing that. Don't be in a haste to finish a model. Sometimes stop and then look at your model, think about it, look at the things you're meant to do, and then continue again. That's fine. So with this now, let's now look at it again. So we have picked all the columns around the perimeter. That's fine. I will then come and I want this column to like drop down from this 1.1 meter grade level down to the basement foundation level, which is at 3.4 meters down. So I'll come now, right click, and then click on what properties, and then properties. Yeah, let me see that. Where is that place? Doesn't open. Let me see properties now. No. Okay, again. Let's see if we can see that. Else we do it one after the other. But let's see first. That should be there for us to make it very very fast. Okay, so I can't see that right now on the property level, but let us do it this way. So I'll come now, click on this column, and then right click here, and then say properties is not showing. So I'll just double click on, okay, that is fine. What I'll do right now is to go to the first floor where the column was inserted, not on the ground floor. This column is coming from the first floor down. So I'm going to go there and then do that. Okay, so I'll come back to the first floor now. I'll make sure that I'm on my first floor. To my first floor now, I can come here and choose story selection under this place. Okay, we are, yeah, okay, that's fine. We are already here. So I'll come now and then make sure I'm on my story 1. So on this story one now, on this story one, I'll then come back here and then click on this place here. Click on this place. Once this is done, I'll then click on these columns that are binding around the perimeter of the basement. So I'll come now, hold my control key, click on this one, click on this one, click on this one, click on this column 2 here, okay, and then this one, let me just hold on for that to just click, okay, that's fine. Okay, I have done these 3 clicks. I've done this 1 2 3 4, that's fine. So I'll then come again now, zoom in, zoom in this place here, zoom in here, click here, hold my control key again, click on the 16, and then zoom out, right, to now make sure I capture all the this thing. I'll come again here, hold my control key, click on this, and then let's now move to the other last one which we have above here. So come again right now, and then that's fine, that's fine. Then let me see, come here and then click on this one here, that's fine. So with this now, we have now selected all the columns around the basement perimeter wall. So with this, we will then come now, right click here, and then we'll see property icon. Okay, click on the property icon right now, and then let's now go forward and then click on this place that says where's the place? Support type. Correct, that's fine. Click on this column wise edit here, and then come here and then choose the support basement support. Okay, it will drop the column down to that support automatically. Okay, that is fine. So with this now, once this is done, we then come back and then close this, close this here. Okay, that's fine. So on closing that now, going back to our 3D view now, you will see that all the columns around the punching perimeter, around the basement perimeter wall has now dropped down to the grade level minus 3.4 meters. Okay, that's fine. So with this, this is now the 3D view which you have right now. So you can now see the basement um, wall and the columns. Can you see the columns now? The columns now has now also dropped. Can you see them now? They have dropped down into the minus 3.4 grade level. Okay, that's for the basement. So you can now see how the basement is. Okay, why the other ones still remains the same. Okay, that is fine. So this is one of the unique things that 2026 has also added, is to model basement at 0 ground level. So you can see that this our basement now is at 0 ground. If I go to story 0 right now, this is where we are going to see all these walls are modeled on story 0. Now I'm on the story 0 now, and if I go to walls now on that basement sub basement wall, if I go to wall, I can see that all the walls here are modeled on, can you see them? Yeah, they're modeled on this on the grade, on the below the grade level. Okay, that's fine. That is on the ground level. So now the next thing to do is a basement. Don't forget that we had a perimeter beam that was around this place before the client changed his mind to add a basement wall below the conference hall. Okay, that's for them to have executive meetings. Okay, so now on this place right now, on this place, there was a DPC beam which we hide, or which we hid previously when we started this video. So right now, or this training, so we are now going to unhide them. But now that we have a basement wall, the perimeter beams, sorry, the DPC beams will not be able to run again around this place here, because those block walls are going to sit directly on the reinforced concrete basement wall. Now, note that the major reason why we are taking off the DPC beam around the basement area right now is because we now have a reinforced wall, and because the purpose of a DPC beam is to protect this ground floor block wall from doing what, from then cracking if at all there is any uneven settlement on the ground. Because basically, if you lay your block directly on the earth, on the soil, if the soil is not compacted very well, there will be an uneven what undulation on the ground. Let me say initial settlement. Some part might settle, while some part will not settle. So in the course of that, since block walls are bonded with mortars and mortars are not that strong, what will happen? It will create cracks. Before you know, you begin to see cracks on your walls. Okay? And all that. So the help of DPC beam is to control that from happening. That is fine. So since we also have a reinforced wall now on as the basement wall, these block walls now can be able to sit directly on this reinforced basement wall. So what does that mean? That means that all we need to provide is a beam around this place here, around this place, and also a beam around the other place where the basement wall did not touch. So with this now, we are going to provide a beam on this place. So what I'll do right now is to click on this. All right, click on that beam, right click on that beam, come to properties here, and then I can still model the beam here. So I'll do right now, zoom in, click on this place here, and then make sure I see intersection. Okay, intersection of the column, else it will go and connect somewhere else that you may not like. So I'll come, if you cannot do it here, you can also go to the ground floor and do it very fast. Okay, that is fine. This is member insertion. Let's see if it is there. I'll click now and see. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Let wait for it to insert, and then let's see if that is the right point. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, correct. So you can now see that this is the beam. Okay, so you can now see what we just done right now. We have now added for this beam here. So do the same thing now for the other side too. I'll do what, click on what escape key, and then rotate now to the other side. Rotate here, and also click on this. Make sure you see the insertion correct this point, and then come here and insert here. So with this now, the next thing we do now is to do what? Copy the wall load and add to the beam, to this beam we just added now, and then the walls. Okay, the basement walls. So with this now, this place was not having a wall that has an opening. Let me see. Yeah, no, we have this here. So I'll copy this right now, copy this, right click here, copy this load here. Since they are the same height, they are typical height from basement floor to the upper floor, 3.4 meters. Okay, so I'll come now and copy this load, this block wall load. Since there's an opening, which you can see a window opening here, and these openings we are created exactly. Now there's something I'll teach you guys later, which is how to save costs of construction. Okay, yeah, there's some things you add in your model, in your buildings, that would save your cost, that would save the client's cost a lot, and make your bill to be very low for the cost of the what construction. So with this now, then come and then click on what okay, they'll ask me a question, copy the opening. I'll say yes, copy the opening with it, and I'll come now, click on this place here now, right click here, and then do what? Say paste. Now we have added wall load on top of this basement beam in a basement reinforced concrete wall. Okay, that is fine. So you can now see the wall load down now. I'll do the same thing again here too. Click on this one here, click on this, right click here, properties. So if you want to upgrade that to this version, it is nice, but if you cannot afford it, you can still be using the other ones too. That's fine. So I'll come again right now, and then note that this one is a licensed one. It works only on your computer, and it works with your username, either a company name or your username. Okay, that is fine. So click on here, and then come here, and then come and do what? Paste here. That's fine. And again, I will come again right now, and then no, that's fine. Come again right now, and then click on this here, and then click on these two here, copy this, right click here, copy this load, copy it. So do the same thing, come here right now, copy it right now, say yes, and then say okay, yes, we copy the opening, come here, right click here, and then paste that load on the block, on the reinforced concrete wall, basement wall. Okay, that's fine. So with that now, that will paste just now, and then I'll now move to the next one, which is the back here. The back here we have come here, copy this. Now this is the base, yeah, basement is in below, correct. So I'll come now, copy this again, copy this, then copy this, say yes, that is fine. But I think around this place we don't have any door and window opening here. So what we have is just a full wall, which is what we have as we have this here. So I'll copy this right now. Copy this, say yes, no opening for that. So with that now, click on this place, click this wall, right click now, and then say paste, because there's a solid wall around that place. There's no opening for doors or windows or anything. So I'll come and do what, come here right now and do what, say paste. Okay, I think I have to do it individually. I will come now, okay, and deselect this beam, deselect the beam first, display the beam, then right click again now, and then I'll signal see paste right now. I'll see the paste. So I will come now, and then click on what on sorry, and click on what on this paste you're seeing here, paste. That is fine. And then to paste the wall load now around this wall. Okay, then we'll do for the beam separate. Okay, that's fine. So we come now and do for the beam separate one. This is added right now. Come here, right click here, and then click on the beam. Now we have a 10-story that we are still working for this client. I'll show you that just now. Then paste this here also. Now let me show you the 10-story. I don't know if the file is still open. Yes, if the file is still open, let me check that right now once this is pasted. So the 10-story actually, we are working for the client also, and which is to be built in Nigeria. So I'll come now, minimize this, and I think it's still open. Yes, it's still open. It's open, correct. So this is it, and then I'll come here 3D model right now. Now this is the 10-story building. We have just finished running the building analysis. Yeah, some of the columns are failing, which we have not yet checked, and we have to pause it first because this other one we are working on, the client needs it urgently. Understand? Needs that one first before this one, but this is still going to be out by this month end, all the drawings and everything. But we have to, no, it's not possible. Month end, not possible. September first week, that is fine. Yeah, so this will be out by September. So we after that one, we are going to check all these ones. Okay, that's fine. So but go back here right now, and then back here. Okay, that's back here. Okay, so with this now, we have added that. Then come again now to this other side. Now this is a conference hall, so there will be windows around here. So yeah, from the plan, let's see again for the plan if there's windows here. I think there's windows there before. Let me just take a look at now. Here, this is the plan. That's true. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, correct. We have windows. Can you see? Yeah, we have a window here, window. Yeah, so it's fine. We have window here. So I'll come now. Yeah, so just to add this window right now on the other front one too. So come now, minimize this, then come here and then add. Click on this. Yeah, please. Click on this here. Copy this. Copy that. Copy that. We have window on just one side, so I'll copy that right now. Let me paste this one first that don't have a window. So I'll paste here because here has window, but here don't have window. So I'll come now and paste here. That's fine. Again. This video must not exceed 42 minutes because I'll not do that. So I'll come now and then paste that there, and come again here on this bin and also paste this here too. So you can see how we are doing that. Come again right now and then paste this here. Paste this, paste here. That's fine. Correct. That is fine. So then let's now look at how we can achieve that. Achieve this now. Then that is pasted. The file is heavy a bit. So we then come now. So for this one now, we have a window here, but no door on this front side. Okay, that's fine. So on this front side, we have a door on this area. So I'll come now and copy this. Right click here, and then because the window on this area is aligned to the one above. So I'll copy that, but the only difference now is that it doesn't have a door. So I'll copy that now, copy this wall load and the openings, and then click on this place, but I will have to remove the door opening later. I'll come now, right click here, um, right click here. We have to go back to story 0 because you can see right now it's on story 1. So come here right now, double click here. I say this must not exceed 2 and 42 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So I'll come again right now, and then click on this, right click here, say paste load. Okay, that is fine. So then we move on now to now remove the door opening that we show around here. Can you see that? So we have only the window, not the door. So I'll come now, click back on this wall, right click here, and then say edit load. Okay, edit load. So once that opens right now, we'll then come and do what? Remove the door opening, leaving just the window alone. So I'll come here right now, then click on what? Wall load here. On this wall load now, click on opening here, then come here and remove this door 900. I'll just say delete, that is fine. Delete opening, that's fine. Then come and do what? Click on what and say what? Okay here, and then make sure you do what? Modify, that's fine. The load has increased, and then come now and then they say okay, that is fine. So with this now we'll have only the window opening on that wall and the door will be off, which you see just now. Okay, that's almost done with that. We are almost done with this training. That is fine. So this is it. It will go off now. Okay, that's fine. So you can now see that we now have just the window opening and not the door. So with this now, this is now how to model a basement on this new version of what? Protastructure 26. If you want to get that, you can contact us Ekidel or the company directly. That is fine. So with this now, let's now move on to the soil load, which I will show you on the next video because right now we are already 42 minutes. Thank you and God bless you. Bye for now.